Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, as promised last night, I'm going to be doing a more of an in-depth review of the cage. Not necessarily the review as such, because it's more just a, hey, look how snazzy this cage is. So I'm going to insert a bunch of clips here while I'm kind of talking over the top of it. Figured two birds with one stone. I need to get this steering wheel out and replaced. I have got a new slimline hub for it. I'm waiting for the GK Tech steering wheels to come back in stock. Apparently about Marchish, they reckon. So what I'm doing in the meantime, I've picked up this, I don't know, it kind of looks like a GK Tech knockoff off Facebook Marketplace. Second hand, not in pristine condition, but it's good enough that it'll actually work for me for the meantime. I just need to get rid of this stocky because it's just blech. But yeah, going to whack this one on so you can kind of watch me struggle with that whilst I'm talking about the cage. So the cage that I got is a 4-point half cage with side impact protection. So technically, I suppose you could say it was a 6-point cage because it has got the bolt-in points at the front. Difference between a 4-point and a 6-point is just the amount of, generally 6-point is a full cage. 4-point is generally a half cage. 4-point because it has 4 points of attachment. 6-point because it has 6 points of attachment. This has got side impact protection. There are some events, I'm going to have to get something to pry this off. There are some tracks and events in Australia that need or require you to have the side impact protection. Both. Some are just for driver, some are for driver if you want to take passengers as well. Different rules for different states, different tracks. So I kind of just wanted to cover all bases and make sure everything was, didn't matter where I drove, I was safe, but also keep my passengers safe, keep myself safe. I am looking at getting some new harnesses. I did put something up on socials this morning, finding out what other people are driving or using, just to kind of get an idea. I'm going to have to get a puller to get this steering off because this fucker's not going to want to come off easily. I don't think it's ever moved. But yeah, the cage is beyond expectations. It is absolutely phenomenal. Ben's done an amazing job on it. The fabrication, the finish, the way that it fits into the actual chassis itself. Yeah, I'm so beyond stoked with it. Really happy with how it's finished off. Looks even better in the daylight. We'll probably put some padding or something over where the harnesses go over the bar here, just so it doesn't scratch the paint. I'll see how we go. I'll see how much wear and tear they get. But yeah, I want to keep it looking pretty because it looks absolutely sexy as. So I'll kind of tidy that up a little bit just to stop it getting scratched more than anything. But yeah, this thing is really keen to see how it feels. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but I'm really, really keen to see what it does to the handling of the car, because it is going to make it really freaking solid. Very excited to see how it ends up feeling on the track, what it does to the handling. But yeah, in terms of the cage itself, so we've got the mounts over the rear wheel hubs, sort of as close as we can get to the shock tower without actually going through the boot, or without having to take the rear window out. Then we've got the mounting point behind the driver's seat here, and the mounting point in the front for the side impact protection. Harness bar, so I can do a wraparound on this bar here. If you can see the center bar, we can do a wraparound harness attachment to that. But I do like the brackets he's put up the back. I think that is absolutely fantastic how he's done that. I think it looks a lot neater too. Wraparounds can look a little bit messy. I think that looks a lot more secure and looks a lot neater in the back as well. It's a very cool design. I really, really like it. The actual cage itself, yeah, like the symmetry of it, the way that it kind of fits into the back, it just melds into the car. Like it just looks like it was always there. Very clean interior, very clean fitment. Some amazing mounting points for the cameras. So definitely going to be putting. I usually have one mounted up to the interior light here. You usually have a suction cup on there. It can be a bit hit and miss if it's a bit too hot. The suction cups don't tend to work as well, so they tend to fall off. Whereas here, I can clamp one onto the top here. I can clamp one down a little bit lower here. Obviously, the sidebars, I can even clamp one up here to point out the back window, or on the diagonals here. And then on the side windows here, I can actually put the windows down and point one out the side window to catch kind of along the side of the car, which I think is going to be a sick little view. Can kind of, if I've got there's a couple of different arms, like movable arms that I'm looking at getting. Potentially have one kind of pointing up or coming out if I mount it lower down on the window. or lower down the frame so it's towards the bottom of the window. Kind of have it pointing back down to the side of the car so I can get a lower field of vision. Yeah, some pretty sick options in terms of camera mounting, which is really cool because it just means really cool content for you guys, which I'm very, very excited for. A few of the things I need to do to the car, as I said, need to do the steering wheel, need to tidy up the seat mounts, give them a good coat of paint just so they look a little bit nicer as well, just trying to tidy up the interior a little bit. I am actually going to be taking this center console out, basically from the handbrake back. I'm going to keep the surround around the gear stick, but from the handbrake back, going to take this out. There's no point, I can't have anything loose in the car anyway, so it's kind of in the way. But then it's also going to allow me to do a hydro setup. A little bit easier with all this stuff out of the way. Can do a hydro setup in here, which is one of the next things I need to do, or want to do. And then also the fire extinguisher. I'm going to mount it just back here. Where it is on the glove box now is it's not bad, but it's not the best. I'm going to mount it basically on the top of the trans tunnel, which is going to be interesting to get to. We'll see how we go. But essentially want to mount it there so that I can kind of be out of the way. But then also, it's still, I undo belt, I can still get to it very easily and access it. Which is one of the rules in terms of most scrutineering is the fire extinguisher needs to be within the driver's reach. So I can unbuckle and I can reach it down there. But I think here's just going to look a little bit neater as well. And it means I can put my glove box back on. Oh, pardon me, indigestion. It means I can put my glove box back on and have the interior looking a little bit more OEM and complete, which is what I want. Yeah, no, really, really happy. I'm going to have to go get a puller to get this freaking steering wheel off. But I'll throw some clips in here to show you a little bit more of this hopefully when it's finished. Shouldn't take too long. If I can get my little wheel puller. I should better get my wheel puller under that to pry this little fucker off. For those playing at home, your little center nut, this little fucker here, that holds your steering wheel on. When you're removing a steering wheel, don't take this off completely. Leave it at least half threaded, if not more. Basically, you want it enough that the steering wheel is going to be able to move, but you don't want it off because these things have got you're putting a lot of force on it to get this off. If you have not done it before, you only ever do it once, and I will admit I've done it when I was a kid and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You pull this really hard to get it off, it suddenly gives way, and you end up with a steering wheel in your face at very high speed, which is not a lot of fun, I can tell you that now. So yeah, always leave your steering wheel locking nut on. I usually give it sort of 5mm from the face, just enough to kind of break the traction of the steering wheel, or break the grab of the steering wheel, and then you can pull it out after that. Once it's loose, then you can obviously take that nut off and slowly sort of wiggle it out. Alright, so after a significant amount of swearing and cursing and mucking around with a gear puller, we have loosened the steering wheel. So now we get to find out if I bought the right hub to fit the steering wheel, or to fit the spline. Out with the old, goodbye mofo, and in. Now this is not going to line up perfectly because I know I need a wheel alignment big time. Ooh. We have, doesn't seem like it's got any slack in it. We have a steering wheel. Little deep dishy boy. He has a drifty wheel. Feels really high. Might have to lower that down actually. That just seems very high, doesn't it? Well, let's try putting this on. I have disconnected the battery before this, otherwise I'll be setting the horn off constantly. I don't think my neighbours want that on a Sunday morning. Oh, he's getting ridiculous. I'm sweating like a pig. Sick. That feels good. I'm going to drop it down that way. There's my little lever. I reckon I need to drop it down a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I'd fit a quick release on this. I was looking to put in a quick release, but I reckon it'd probably bring it out to about here. You'd be sitting in the freaking... I'd have to put this all back and then I can't reach things, and yeah, I don't think quick release is going to work, eh? That feels good. Nice feeling wheel. Yeah, happy with that. So, win. There's another mod done. yeah, really, really happy with how this car's coming along. Cage is freaking amazing. I won't keep harping on about it. I know I've done 3 videos about the cage so far, but I'm just so stoked with how it came out. Ben's done a phenomenal job. I cannot sing his praises enough, which is freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'll put a few little bits of clips in here and yeah, enjoy, guys. Everyone down at Festival this year. It was an incredible track, incredible crew down there. I'm going to be doing, I think looking at the calendar, I'm going to be doing basically 1 a month down there. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time traveling down to Pheasantwood this year, which is the next thing. I need to organise my own trailer instead of continually hiring one, because I know it's going to come to the point that the guy I'm hiring it off, we're going to be clashing at events, and we're both going to want to go the same, so I'm going to have to find a different trailer anyway. So yeah, getting a trailer this year is going to be a massive thing for me. Obviously, ASAP. Speaking of, which is a reminder, all my 2025 supporter merch, I will link down below here somewhere. It is all now available for pre-order on the shop. I'm going to do a pre-order together, limited availability on them. Once they're sold out, I'll do the pre-order. We'll get everyone their merch. Some really cool designs. I'm really, really happy with the design that came out with. For those that don't know, I do all the designs myself. I am a perfectionist, so for me to be happy with the design is something rare. But yeah, there's a bunch of different merch on the site now. Bunch of different shirts, stickers. I'm going to try and get some hats out this year too. But yeah, long sleeve, short sleeve shirts, hoodies, stickers, bunch of stuff on there. So yeah, jump on, have a look, because anything that goes through there obviously supports this journey, supports the drifting, supports me getting to more events and putting up more content for you guys, obviously. So if you're enjoying it, really appreciate if you show the support and jump on there and grab some merch where you can. Otherwise, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay awesome, stay amazing, and I will see you next time.